When did you find out? When did you find out? And when did you accept that you were gay?
I think I've always known. Well, no, I'm not gonna say always, because I didn't know what it was, to be gay, or when you had certain feelings, I didn't know what it was. But I didn't accept it until I was 22, while I was in school. And I called my mom and I told her how I was feeling and some thoughts I had, and we had a long conversation. And then I think that's when I accepted it, because I tried not necessarily hide it, because I've never changed who I am or how I act. I think I didn't have no person I could go to and say, I'm feeling this way, X, Y, and Z. My mom has always been my best friend, but I didn't know that I could. I didn't know. I just didn't know what the feeling was when I was attracted to other guys, or I seen other guys that I liked. But I didn't accept it until I was like 22.
What is it about the lifestyle that you embraced, and what is it about the lifestyle that you do not embrace?
It's more negative than positive. The things I don't embrace is people who pretend to be your friends, but that doesn't necessarily mean in the lifestyle, because that can be any type of lifestyle. It's just most heterosexual people, I don't like that they think just because you're gay, you either want to be a woman, or you just wow, here I am gay, and all that type of thing. It's more to us. Like, I have 2 brothers. My mother raised 3 of us. Only thing different between my brothers and myself is I sleep with the same sex, they sleep with the opposite sex. We still have the same goals, the same values, same morals. All that still apply. So, I don't know. It's kind of funny.
You?
I knew, for lack of a better word, I will say all my life too. Like you said, as soon as I knew that what it was, or that there was something there. When did I accept it? I probably accepted it in just probably around 15 or 16. Probably 15.
When you was walking the doors with Randy.
Why you want to put all my business on for everybody to see?
I'm just asking.
Can you just let me tell my story?
Tell your story.
Oh, okay, that's all I'm trying to say.
Tell your story.
Elizabeth. But yeah, probably at 15. Of course, my mother, hi, Mom. Dad. Like I didn't know before then, but at that age you start to kind of get to know yourself. Anyway, I think most teenagers probably do, and then starting to go out and experience things and see stuff. I saw that there really was a lifestyle, and before that I didn't know anything about it. I just knew how I felt. I didn't see anybody else that was like me. And around the age of 15 is when I met you, Randy, and Christy, and the whole Studio 13 era back in Houston, Texas. And that's when I saw that there really was there was a community and a lifestyle, so to speak. And that was the realization for me that this is who I have always been. And then shortly thereafter, probably the next year or so, I actually had my first boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah, and we were who I actually thought that's really insignificant right now to the topic we're discussing me. But
yeah, it was your first boyfriend.
It was my first boyfriend. His name was my boyfriend.
Well, I used to call him. When I thought his name was.
So, and I was still in high school. I was a junior, or it was probably the summer of my junior year. So then my senior year, I was pretty open with the fact that I had a boyfriend at school. I mean, he didn't go to the school. He had graduated prior to me. But I would take him to work in the morning, drop him off at work, and then I would drive his car to school every day. And he had a pretty distinct car, and everybody knew that it was his car and that it was him. So, you know, I can remember even going to my prom. I went to the prom with the young lady who we decided that we would go to the prom together because we would be the best dressed there. So there was no romantic connection. It was clearly for the look of the pictures. And I went to Galveston after, you know, everybody goes to the beach after the prom and hangs out. I did that, but, you know, I was just going through the motions doing, you know, what was tradition for, you know, going to the prom. Because actually, previous to that, my friends had graduated the year before and even the year before that, so I really didn't have people that I hung out with in my class.
And your boyfriend was older than you?
He was older than me. He had graduated from high school.
So you was kind of like
4 years.
Nicole Smith.
He was not that much older, Heifer. But yeah, and so that was that whole experience for me was, and I'm really grateful for the way that I came out and accepted my lifestyle because I had great people that I met, like you, that I've been friends with for many years now and known for a long time, and I felt very comfortable coming out and very protected. And I think because I had friends like you that were older and other people that were around me and having a boyfriend. Well, yeah.
Say old.
I think I said it.
Only like 3 years older than you.
Yeah, there's a difference in old.
3 years. 3 dog years. And you know that's times 7. So, I think it kept me from possibly getting into a lot of things that I could have gotten into. Like back in that day, stunts were very prevalent. Check writing and boosting.
I don't know what
right. Explaining check writing, bad checks, stolen credit cards, boosting, that type of thing. I didn't really get into that, which looks very, you know, appealing and appeasing and interesting and exciting to someone young coming into a lifestyle, being able to have fancy cars and nice clothes and all the latest stuff. But I didn't get into that. So I was very fortunate for that, you know, unlike some of the young people coming up today that really don't have that. Most of their friends are their young friends that they're in school with, you know, and they're doing things, doing drugs and stuff
And that's part of the reason why we decided to come together and do this too, because of the young people, to let them know that, you know, you don't have to do all this negative stuff to get ahead. You can do positive stuff and advance your lifestyle as well.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I know too with my mother, you spoke about your mother, my mother and I have always been extremely close, and she always set a culture at home where I could talk to her about anything, you know. And so I can remember coming out to her and telling her that I was gay, because she asked me, you know, well, who is this guy and why is he always hanging around and he's so much older than you, and after a couple times of that, I finally said, because I'm gay.
Get it on. No, I just can't. Rewind back.
No.